Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be looking at some of our literacy today. We sent home to you a Read and Write the Room. It has numbers 1 through 19 and 19 cards for you to cut out. Once you've cut them out, have a parent or sister or brother hide them around a room, and you go and each time you find one of the cards, you will write the sight word on the correct box. This is card number 4. The word was see, S-E-E. We would write see right there on the box. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to practice your sight words, and you can do this more than once. We're going to get into a story now, but before we do, we're going to review a few of the things we're going to be hearing in the story. We're going to be hearing some color words. And right now I've given you clues. Next time there will not be clues. But let's go over. R-E-D, red. Brr, B-R-O-W-N, brown, brr. You can't just start with a B because the next letter is going to tell you the sounds that it's making. Brr. We also have the color pink, P-I-N-K. And then we have grr, green, G-R-E-E-N. Just to review, we also have the color blue, black, purple, orange, and yellow. Now I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult for you. Let's go through them without color clues. G-R-E-E-N, G-R-E-E-N, green. Y-E-L-L-O-W, yeah. We only have one color that starts with that. Yellow. P. Is it pink or purple? Get into the next sound. P-ink. We know we're in our color pink. This is the only color that has the W-H-I-T-E, white. Simple. R-E-D, R-E-D, red. B-L-U-E, B-L-U-E, blue. Here's another one. You have to get into the word to be able to figure it out unless you're doing it by sight. And that's why we use sight words so much. P-er, purple. Only one color word with an O, orange. Bull, is it blue? Bull, nope, black. Brr, brown. All right, so those are our color words, and you will be hearing some of these colors in our story. There's also something else special. We have some compound words, and you all know that compound words are 2 words. When we bring them together, they make a whole new word. So if I have her and I have self, I bring them together, I have herself. Take away her. I heard everybody say self. Very good. Take away self. That's right. Her is still there. Into. Into. Take away to. Take away in. Outside. Outside. Take away side. That's right, out. To take away out. Correct, that's side. All right, everybody up. Gotta be ready to move. We have some vocabulary. We are going to, they paddled. Everybody row that boat, paddle it, paddle. You can also paddle with your hands. Ducks paddle with their feet. So we have paddle. Drifted. Think about when the raindrop came down, drifted from the sky, and it landed in a stream and then a river, and it drifted along all the way to the ocean. So it drifted. Gazed. I'm gazing at you right now. Can you see me? Gazed. Something when you're looking at something. Stomping. We all know what stomping is. And if you gaze into a mirror, you're going to see your reflection. So those are some of the words that we'll be using and hearing in Apple Trouble. So we're going to take our book today, and we have a little hedgehog, and he's got a problem. The apple is stuck on its back. So let's find out what happens. We'll open up to our first page in our story. Nope, title page. So this is our title page. It's where we will find out the name of Apple Trouble. It also tells us who our illustrator and author are. So we have an author, Ragnil, and the illustrator, Michael. Let's find out what's going to happen. Hedgehog had just finished building her winter nest under an old apple tree. Not too large, not too small, just right for a nice long winter's sleep. Everybody, we know what that means. When we sleep all winter long, we are in hibernation. Good job. Uh-oh. Suddenly, a juicy red apple landed on her back. Ouch! Squeaked Hedgehog. Plop! Exclamation point. There's some excitement here. She curled into a spiny ball, hoping it would fall off. But when she uncurled, the juicy red apple was still there. Hedgehog tried to squeeze herself and the apple into a beautiful new nest. But she couldn't get in. No, she could not. Not with the apple on her back. The nest was too small. Oh dear. I wonder what a hedgehog would sound like. Do you think they'd have a small voice, a squeaky voice, or a big, bold voice? Squirrel, scurrying past, scurry, to move fast, with an armful of brown nuts, one of our color words, stopped to help, and he pushed, and he struggled, and he heaved, and he tugged. But the juicy red apple stayed where it was. Worse still, 3 of Squirrel's brown nuts got caught in Hedgehog's spines. So now she had a juicy red apple and 3 brown nuts on her back. Oh dear, wailed Hedgehog. Winter is coming and I can't get into my nest. What will I do? Try rolling on your back, snorted Pig. That'll get rid of it all. Hedgehog threw herself on the ground. Her little legs paddled in the air as she twisted and wriggled and rolled. Has it all gone? She asked hopefully, scrambling to her feet. Pig shook his head. No. The juicy red apple, the 3 brown nuts were still there. And so were a small green pear and a crumpled brown leaf. Oh dear, sighed Hedgehog, rolling her eyes. But up in the sky, sailing towards Hedgehog, she saw a colorful piece of paper. It was BLUE. Oh no, she cried. This way and that way she ran as fast as she could. This way and that way drifted the paper. And landing right on her back between the apple, the nuts, it stuck. It's not fair, cried Hedgehog, who now had a red juicy apple, 3 brown nuts, a small green pear, a crumpled brown leaf, and a colorful piece of paper on her back. I'll never get into my nest. Hedgehog pattered to the pond and gazed at her reflection. Hello, Hedgehog. That's a lot of stuff on your back, croaked the frog. I'm trying to get rid of it, sniffed Hedgehog. Dive. That will wash it off. Splash! Her friends watched Hedgehog bobbing up and down. The juicy red apple, the 3 brown nuts, the small green pear, and the crumpled brown leaf, and the paper were still there. So was a pink water lily. Glug, 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 gurgled Hedgehog as the others heaved her out of the water. She did look funny. But Hedgehog did not find it funny. Stop laughing, she sputtered and stamped her feet. Where am I going to sleep? Pig and Squirrel looked worried, and so did Frog. I do have one last idea, oinked Pig. Squeeze through the hedge over there. That'll brush everything off. So Hedgehog closed her eyes, squeezed herself through the thick leaves, but did it get everything off of her back? No, it did not. It was still there. So were 4 ripe blackberries, and there, staring at her with a look of surprise, stood Goat. "Ooh," cried Goat, "you've brought lunch." "Help yourself," Hedgehog said. "Take it all." "Yippee!" brayed Goat. Then he picked off and ate the juicy red apple, the 3 brown nuts, the small green pear, the pink water lily, and the 4 ripe blackberries for dessert. He ate the paper, and the only thing he left was the crumpled brown leaf. He just couldn't eat anymore. "Hooray!" cried Hedgehog. She felt as light as a feather. "Thank you, Goat, thank you." Then she ran as fast as her little legs would carry her through the gate, past the pond, across the orchard, under the tree, and home to her nest. Hedgehog squeezed into her little nest. It fit her perfectly, and it was the best nest ever. Outside, a cold wind blew. Another apple fell off the tree, but it didn't fall on Hedgehog. She was safe in her nest and fast, fast asleep. Thanks for sharing. Hope you like the story.